2nd of May 2023, just down in St Lawrence, Old Bank End, which is just on the west side of Ventnor Botanical Gardens. So I'm just going to go down and look down at Battery Bay on the coast, go down that way. This Old Bank End here would be a superb place to stay if you wanted somewhere nice to stay and go birding and see lots of red squirrels and badgers and Glanville fritillary butterflies. They're all here. But I'm just going to go down and do a bit of birding. So this is a right-of-way, public right-of-way, kind of pointing the camera east at the moment. So Ventnor Botanical Gardens is just over there. This is the buildings from Old Bank End Farm, with a variety of kind of self-catering accommodation and a bit of farmland on the cliff top, right on the coast. This little puddly kind of area here where a spring comes out. It's really good for birds having a bath and having a drink. Never had anything rare here yet, but I don't look often enough. So there's the sea. Absolutely beautiful. Let's walk down there. This is where the self-catering accommodation is. I think they allow camping here as well. You'll never encounter another birder here, which is superb. The old wall lizards love this sunny section of wall, although I can't see any at the moment. It's warm and sunny enough for them to be out. Don't know where they are. Yeah, this bit over here is private. The lawn here looks brilliant for hoopoo. Just have a quick look over the wall. So that's the Botanical Gardens just over there. Let's walk down here. Look at that fence line, very shrikey, very hoopoo-y. So got a good number of blackcaps in the undercliff this summer, which is nice to see. There were tons wintering. Look at all that cover. This is Orchard Bay down there. So there's Orchard Bay. The house there is private, but the beach is open to the public. Lovely rock pools. Absolutely superb coastline here. It's very undisturbed. I mean, this is obviously a public right of way along the cliff top, but you can see it's really not that well used. You'll probably encounter one or two people along here if you have a walk. And this vegetation along the cliff top, just brilliant for migrant birds, grasshopper warblers and Sylvia warblers, philosks. But it's just not watched. No birders come along here with any kind of regularity. I certainly don't anymore. I might start to though. Blackthorns are still in flower. Well, as expected, given the time of day and also just the fact that it was very quiet this morning, as expected, I'm not seeing any migrants. These Alexandras look brilliant for migrants feeding. They're covered in invertebrates on the flowers. Looking east again towards just about to see the Ventnor radar station in the distance. Sorry, looking east. I think I said west, I meant east. Now looking west. There's a wall lizard. Don't really see wall lizards along here, so. So tuck into the side so I can walk past, that's better. This is a Battery Bay, beautiful little secluded cove. Sometimes see one or two people down there sunbathing, but again it's very undisturbed. Really beautiful. Nice little patch of Phragmites, which attracts migrant reed and sedge warblers. So reed and sedge warblers do actually breed in the undercliff, but further west in that direction. Quick look over here. A little sallow clump there often attracts migrants. Always feel a sense of anticipation walking along here. This section in particular can be heaving with migrant birds when the conditions are good. Yeah, the old blackthorn's finished now along here, which is a shame. First time I've been along here this spring. So just up here, above Battery Bay, is where I found eastern subalpine warbler. So that's my only subalpine warbler in the undercliff. And it kind of fed along this edge and over there, over the other side. It's here for a day. I just identified it as a subalpine warbler initially, and it became clear it was eastern as more people looked at it and we got better views. Actually, the blackthorn's still in flower down here, which is good. So the area that the subalpine warbler spent most of its time was just in this clump of blackthorns ahead of us, drinking nectar from the flowers and hunting for invertebrates. Had all sorts of common migrants in this clump. Set up there. There's a blackcap. And there it goes, that was a blackcap. Something else over there. There's a white throat over there. I'm going to stop recording for a minute so I can scan through, see if there's anything in here. So I've got to get back in a minute, so I need to do a bit of work, and there doesn't seem to be much around. Blackcap, white throat and pair of blue tits so far. So just have a quick look at the undercliff's answer to a wader scrape. It's actually got some nice muddy margins. Like I say, I've not been down here for ages. I can see a little grebe. Good to know they're still here. There's plenty of mud. Baby mallards, so they've bred. Can't see any waders. There's another little grebe. So I've got a pair of little grebes, but no waders. No grey-headed lapwings, unfortunately. So that's where the subalpine warbler was, just in this little bit of scrub here when I first got onto it. I just looked back as I am now, and there's a superb adult male eastern subalpine warbler feeding in the blackthorn there. So what have I had? There's moorhen. There's a moorhen on a nest in that reed macy stuff. I think that's what it is. There's another moorhen over at that edge. Mallard, which are bred. Oh yeah, and dabchick. Two little grebes. No waders, no migrant gargony. No woodchat on the fence line or in the bramble. There's some more mallard chicks over there. There's a third moorhen. Let's go a little way along here, then I must get back and do some work. It's just too nice down here. I've not encountered another person yet. Be nice to encounter the old bird watcher helping us to find birds down here. That would be nice. I love this shelf just here. Bit of a thicket, but one of these days there'll be a woodchat down there, or a singing subalpine warbler, singing serene up in this stunted sycamore maybe. Of course there were once cell buntings here as well. It's quite like Prull Point, although the arable isn't down low here, it's just up on the cliff top. Look at this. Collared flycatcher habitat. The old bluebells are looking lovely and smelling lovely. Lesser celandine still flowering. So this is New Bank End Farm, which is same ownership as Old Bank End Farm, and provides kind of camping, motorhome and self-catering accommodation. So if you're a birder with a family, you could come and stay here at Old Bank End Farm, and then you've got the whole of the Undercliff to yourself to go birding and look at red squirrels. They're all over the blooming place. Badgers in the evening, very tame badgers, lots of them. Lots of foxes. But the birding is superb. Oh yeah, and Glanville fritillaries, and all the cliffs here are triple SI for bees and wasps, solitary bees and wasps, as well as having some nice chalkgrass and type wildflowers. So just for a naturalist family, this is a wonderful kind of a destination, really peaceful, quiet, undisturbed location for bringing a whole family. And imagine what kind of nice birds you'll find on this farmland that nobody else can have access to. Only people that are staying at the Bank End Farm are allowed onto these fields. Obviously anyone can walk along the coastal path, but I've still not encountered anyone, so very few people bother to. Absolutely superb. So I'm just back at Battery Bay, and there's a garden warbler and chiffchaff in here. So that's added a couple of species. Long-tailed tit. So that garden warbler is the first I've had of the spring, which is nice. I assume the chiffchaff is one of the pair that normally breeds here each summer. Some movement up there. Male type blackcap. So you probably can't see it on here, but the white throat is just down in that blackthorn down there. It's dived into cover. Right, it's getting late. Oh, actually, there's Mark Telfer had a Arctic skewer fly east past St Cath's. That was about an hour ago. It would probably have gone past here. St Cath's is that way to the west. Don't think anyone's ever tried sea watching here. Anyway, I'm going to go back for a coffee and do a bit of writing this afternoon or this evening. What a beautiful day.